Brosplay!
Alright, we are gonna go shovel some of his fucking face in.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So I haven't mentioned it on the show because it just happened recently, but I lost 2.7 terabytes of our content on a hard drive.
You should clarify, not unique, unretrievable content.
No, it's all up. It's all backups of things already on the channel. Holy fuck, I love this music. This is my favorite. Like this is
the Lich Yard?
This is the Lich Yard. This is the fucking best music in the game.
This is the coolest thing. These stupid things?
Oh yeah, but you can bounce off them in the air. That's the cool thing about them.
Well, oh, that's a frog.
It's this part right here. I fucking love this part of the music. Oh man, get some headphones, put on some Shovel Knight. It's a fucking great day. Hey, you kill the ghost. They cannot be killed.
Yeah, they're gonna come back.
Yeah, you can attack them, but you can't end them. Here's another example. If you weren't already like tooling around with these things, you have to use it to escape.
To get up.
I love it.
Get up and out.
It's just the best. Anyway, for anyone who doesn't know what a terabyte is, that's 2,700 gigs of content all gone.
Wait, a terabyte's 2,000? Or you lost 2 terabytes?
Yeah, it's 2.7 terabytes.
Okay. Jesus.
So I found a recovery program. It's relatively easy to find. They all want money from you, but I mean, hey, it's your like. Can you really put a price on memories?
I think you can. As
yes.
much as it takes.
Yes, you can.
Come over here, you bitch.
But I found a recovery program. The problem is you need somewhere to recover it to. You can't recover it to the same hard drive.
Oh.
So I went and bought, like, this definitely did not have money in the show budget for another 3 terabyte, but
that's the thing. That's like not something you expect to have to replace.
yeah. So now we have two 3 terabytes, 2 terabyte external that doesn't require external power, then 1.5 terabytes in actual hard disk drive space. So there is a huge amount of space for expansion. So expect more show in the future.
What a cunt. Why does he keep falling off that side? I need you over here, you dipshit.
Oh, how I love this game and all of its music. It's fun, yeah. I'm trying really hard to like do lyrics to the song, and it's hard.
Because this music is very unorthodox.
It's like not approved by the Jewish faith.
Not that orthodox.
No, sorry, I got too literal there.
But it is kind of very strange because it is the 8-bit. It's just not.
I believe it's not. I believe it's one higher. It's either
16. It's
16 or it's 32. But we should probably have watched the short snippet of George explaining it. But so this game is, I believe it uses the same ratio of pixels on the screen that you would have had on the SNES. I believe that's true, but it's been up-res, so it looks better. It runs at 60 frames a second. The capture is blocked by you. You can't see that?
No.
Oh, it's so fucked. Like, this game in 30 frames
off.
looks just terrible. But it's because it was designed for 60. It makes sense. But it uses a slight, I think it's like the Sega Genesis version of like the music that it had available, the notes that it had. I'm just gonna keep recommending this video until everyone watches it. Like his Shovel Knight video is so perfect on Super Bunny Hop.
I honestly feel like this is an advertisement for these other 2 people.
It kind of is.
Like it almost feels like we got paid to do this. We
did not.
If we were getting paid, we'd be happier.
I don't know if George has the budget to pay people to talk about his stuff. Nor would he do that. Although, interestingly enough, he is part of... What is he part of? He's on That One Video Gamer, which has the Completionist on it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was part of like That One Gamer a long time ago.
Yeah, I just... it's just kind of funny because you can learn all these mechanisms, but until someone actually points them out, sometimes they're just not obvious.
Yeah.
Right? Like we already knew all this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're trying to explain it as though we're first timers, and I'm very familiar with this game.
Well, I also just mean like you can see aspects of learning through gameplay, but when someone points out to you how efficient the first couple episodes of this are, the first level, it becomes way more obvious like how effective they've been. Whereas
even better is they do this in every level. Like, they teach you the new mechanics of the level in safe positions so that you understand them. Like, they already showed you this in a spot that was a lot easier.
well, this is a secret, so this is also supposed to be a little different.
Yeah. There you go.
This ghost is freaking me out though,
Of course he is. He's not affected by light.
because he can push me away.
That should scare everyone.
Unaffected by light. Well, he has to be affected by light if you can see him.
He's not.
He's
not.
Not at all?
No.
Not even kind of?
I think you got it. I don't think you have to get it again.
Oh, that's true. I don't have to go over
Yeah.
there.
Hey.
Apparently I didn't need to do
He's
that.
like, apparently he's in the the what's it called? The gravestone. He like lives in there.
That's kind of what would happen though, no? So
No,
you disturb someone's grave and then their ghost comes back to...
That's an interesting point. That's a solid interesting
Your...
point.
What is it?
Fuck
Your...
this guy. Look at this. Look at this fucking guy. Like he's right next to the spikes.
But what's how does that go? Your body comes back from beyond the grave to repossess a body with which I've misbehaved.
Oh, was that Avenged Sevenfold?
Yeah, a little piece of heaven.
Oh, I can't figure it out with this music in the background. I can't hear other songs.
Well, especially with this type of music going.
Oh, the best song.
It is a really good song. It's
The
disturbing, but
Danse Macabre is actually what this is officially referred to as. Danse Macabre.
Danse Macabre.
See, now they've already shown you how to use the heads, and now they're like, hey, you're a puzzle solving bitch. Puzzle solve this bitch. You're gonna want to jump. It's a more efficient way to get your stuff out of there. You got it. You fucking got it.
Dude, I know how this shit works. I'm a physicist, don't you know?
No, you're not a physicist. You're a
Geologist.
geologist, which means you should understand how to get rocks off the wall again.
Ah! But see, there's physics in rocks. Subscribe to physics.
Of course they do.
I
Everyone
subscribe
subscribes.
to physics.
I subscribe.
Not everything subscribes to physics, though. You can't make that
not,
statement.
Not quantum particles or whatever.
Well, even just like regular subatomic particles, like an electron. Electron doesn't give a shit what you
call
think.
me regular.
I called you an electron. That's what I did.
I ain't calling you for dinner.
How does that make you feel? Wait, what's over there? Do I want to go get that? Yeah, I want to go get that.
Oh, sorry. That must be hard to listen to.
Well, I think the people at home can't really hear the game sounds as loudly.
I will
so...
make sure they can hear it. Okay.
Yeah, but still, like, if we put the game sounds too loud, you can't hear us. So I feel like that's almost just a product of
You
this
lack
style.
trust in me, brother.
Wow, that was
Effective?
yeah, it was a big life for him.
Shovel Knight used Smashback. It was highly effective. This is a good joke.
This is an effective joke.
Are you an effective team, brother?
Are you an effective team? That okay? So
One of the best
if you don't know what we're talking about,
So
Oblivion. Oh, come on!
You just fell into oblivion.
Come on. So
Derp.
Oblivion with Tom Cruise, and this crazy robot lady keeps asking them, "Are you an effective team?" That's what gave it away to me. That's what gave away that like something.
A villain.
Not that. Well, I mean,
We probably
yes
shouldn't
and no
say
spoilers.
anymore.
Well, I just mean that
Something is afoot.
you know you obviously know so like not everything is gonna be normal the way they present it to you, but
I called bullshit on that movie the first time I watched it in the first like 10 seconds. The movie opens up with Tom Cruise saying, "I keep having this strange dream of this woman ever since the mandatory memory wipe." And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. The mandatory memory wipe, and now you're having visions of somebody. It's like, well, I wonder what that could be.
you also gotta understand he has no experiences, right?
With
like
what?
he's with
Oh,
anything. He has no worldly experiences at all. How the fuck do I get out of this room?
Pursue.
Oh, I know where.
the sapphires.
I know how to get out of this room.
Isn't that interesting?
I
It's very
only know
interesting.
because we've done this before.
Yeah, but eventually you'd try it.
No, I wouldn't. You remember how we figured it out the first time?
No.
You accidentally fell down the hole. It was a mistake. And you're like, what? This is the way to go?
That's funny. I would love to see a comparison. That would be
Aw.
interesting, actually. Compare what we said in both different times, because in that first level, there were several times where I was about to say, "Oh, we've already said that," and then I just tried to avoid it because I'm like, I don't want this whole playthrough to be a mentioning
A rehash of the
play-
old one, yeah.
The whole point of this is to try to like to fully experience the game for what it's worth, because or like what it's really offering, because we played it back then because it was
available.
Well, back
free.
then, a lot more developers were abusing the YouTube copyright system, and this was one of those people who were like, play our game, please, play our game. Like, holy shit. We're just happy to make it. This is a Kickstarter.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and they met their goal to make 2 additional, or 2 or 3 actually, I think it's 3, additional night playthroughs. So they've already made Plague Night, and then well, by the time this comes out, it'll already be out. It's called Spectre of Torment. You can tell they made some little bit of extra money because it came out on one of the systems like a month earlier than the other ones.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, you know what? Like, it's kind of unfortunate for the people who don't, but like, you know how much money, you know how fucking helpful that is to the developer.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I should probably be like a really like menacing, like, this is no place for the living mortal. You shall be summoned when it is your time. And everyone has a time, as we saw with your beloved Shovel Knight.
Lies. I won't believe such talk from phantoms. Your very existence is a vile deception.
The Enchantress is just full of surprises. She granted me new life. Hey, we're gonna play as this guy's in a couple months.
Yeah.
So that I may take yours.
Not bloody like
that right there. That was a great example of context. That like I first started reading it and then halfway through realized how he meant to say it. That is what happens when you see a poorly localized or just poorly voice acted game where the character just sounds like they're saying something that is like, they don't even sound like they're in the room. It's probably because they were not given proper context by the directors.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like actor directing is so important. It's you can't just give somebody a script and expect them to fully understand it. Especially like voice actors aren't necessarily into what you're doing. Like a big voice actor who does video games might not even play video games. So they might not get anything that you're talking about. So you need to explain, like, when you say this, you are speaking about the most important item in the game, or this character just lost their loved one, or something like that. Like, all of those little bits of direction are so important.
Especially the character just lost their loved one. That's, like, it's just super fucking important.
Yeah, like, that's why you have, like, people kind of love the jankiness of Bethesda games, and sometimes that's actually like weird directing, where it's like the character doesn't seem like they're at all affected by what just happened, because it's just like
it's just clunky.
Like things like, "What have you done?" It's like that kind of thing. It's like you just saw somebody die in front of you. That's not how you would say it.
Yeah, and that's an easy thing to miss.
There's little things that I definitely like I forgive like immediately, because I'm like, you can't figure all of these things out. Like sometimes things happen in the wrong order and it becomes funny. Like I was playing Horizon and I walked over to this dude and he's surrounded by dead bodies. And so my instinct, because I've been playing the game for a couple hours, is to loot all the bodies. Like I looted all the corpses. And then I talked to him and he's like, these are my dead friends.
Oh, sorry.
So I walked over to him, took all his friends' shit, and then he's like, those are my friends. Except he didn't say it in any way that implied that he had a problem with me doing that. Because, like, how do you fucking...
Would he have even known? Like, would the character have recognized that you looted his friends?
Yes.
Really?
Like, I mean, it's like... It totally could have been added in that if you loot them ahead of time. Like, there's definitely games that do that. But you're talking about a gigantic open-world game that already has, like, the character already has 3 options to say things. Like, they do that Mass Effect thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You're already dealing with an amazing amount of yes-nos.
Just an enormous number. Oh.
For anyone who doesn't know, game design comes down to what computing comes down to. Yes, no. That's it.
A lot of options.
Ifs and ifs. That's how a lot of it goes. So it's like, if player does this, blank, and blank. Or if and blank. That's why I couldn't do programming, because I'm like, I don't speak this language.
Dude, there's this... what do they call it? The rubber ducky. It's an expression that programmers will occasionally use. Sometimes when you have an extremely hard problem, what you do is you take a rubber ducky and you explain to that rubber ducky how your code works. And in the process of doing that, you'll sometimes realize mistakes you made.
Well, it's kind of like what I'll present it. I'll imagine presenting an idea to you, and in doing that, realize the flaw in it, change my idea around, and then actually present it to you.
There you go. And like I think the general idea is that you actually say it out loud. Like that's the key.
Yeah. Or I've actually been through ideas that I wanted to say on the show and realized they go in terrible directions and just never brought it to the show.
If it's not good, if you don't feel like the ultimate result of it's going to be, what you want it to be. Because you want it to be whatever, fun or interesting.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with us taking serious moments, especially when we bring something up that may be like a misunderstanding where people think like, oh, this is always happy and fun. And we try to mention like, it's not necessarily happy and fun. But here's a big thing that I've noticed. It's what I hear from every person that I've talked to about getting into YouTube is they always say, I don't want to deal with the negative criticism. And I'm like, you know what? Me neither.
But you can't
honestly
be on
haven't
YouTube.
even gone through it. Like we've had such a small amount of exposure that you got it. Well
Woo!
done. I like how his cape gets shredded.
Oh my god, it's gone.
He does like a backflip.
Yeah, he landed on his face. That was vicious.
Yeah, they say I don't want to deal with the backlash, and that's so unfortunate. But it's so easy to be hard on yourself, especially when you believe others will be. But for the longest time, I forced myself to watch every episode that we made as we made them, even though I knew I was going to cringe through it, because what I ended up doing, not intentionally, was correcting myself. It was like what Joe Rogan said to, I think it was Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo said, I don't listen to my own podcast because I hate my voice. And Joe says, maybe if you listen to it more often, you'd find out what you hate about your voice and find ways of changing it so you do like your voice. And that's what I did with myself. I hated my high, weird, like, kind of voice, and that's how I felt that it always came off to others. So I practiced relentlessly deep voices, and it slowly lowered my voice. Not to the point where it has like a huge audible difference, but it made me more comfortable with myself. And every time I listen to something that I cringe at, probably this rant that I've just done now, it just keeps like...
It's more data. It's you going like, okay, I know I don't like doing this, so let's try to do a little less. I know I don't like doing that, so let's try and do that a little more.
It's gonna hurt. The first many times, probably the first month or years that you do something might hurt to watch and listen to your own stuff. But it's important that you do it. Critique yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Correct yourself. Move on. Everybody has those moments. You just don't see them from people who aren't on YouTube very often, right?
That's a good point. You have to remember that just because you have bad moments doesn't mean that's what your work is.
Yeah, and well, it's like it's all. I don't think I've ever seen this violet woman before. Neat. There's a horseman over there. Hey, it's BoJack Horseman. That's really like a weak reference.
Oh, you've already gotten the achievement.
No, you got it.
Oh, you just have to hit the ground. Okay.
Fucking Hooper. You know, Looper was a good movie.
Oh, right. That's how I got up there. I jump on this woman's back. Ow, ow,
Is
ow,
this
ow,
not the
ow.
perfect, like...
The patriarchy? Oh, my God.
No,
here.
it's a perfect example of what people believe the patriarchy is. A knight standing on the shoulders of a person clearly just trying to do solid work.
That way.
Move forward! And she's just
Hurry!
Like...
No!
She's heavily breathing through her mouth.
I love how she doesn't complain at all. She doesn't yell at you.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't give a fuck. Look at this
Ooh.
raccoon, motherfucker. It's a hedge farmer! He's a hedge farmer!
My gosh.
You know, the only other joke they could have made is put him in a business suit and call him a hedge fund manager.
A hedge fund manager. Oh my God, that would have been just as good.
And maybe he's like overly excited, so he's like, this is an exciting hedge fund. You might even call it a hedge fund management.
Oh my God, no, you wouldn't.
That's what hedgehogs sound like. Also, a perfect commentary on how the pursuit for money will leave you invulnerable.
Yes, those guys didn't dive
before,
in the last.
It's important to keep making. It's not actually. It's just a design.
Is this the end of the level?
Element. Yeah, that was like a.
Oh, that was nice and short.
It's like a basic like. Here's how you fucking do.
Dude, we're 2 nights down already.
Yeah, well, they're the first 2 nights.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're 2 nights down, dude.
Thank you for joining us. Next time, the forest of what? Phasing.
The Forest
You
of
actually
Phasing
might
and
need-
the Explodidatorium.
Explodatorium.
No, I like the way I said it.
Okay, fine.
It's the
The
Explodidatorium.
Lord of War. The Warlord.
Bye.